This is a morning routine that is suitable for any day of the week or anybody who wants to ease morning tightness. To start, sit down with straight legs stretched out on the mat and start to walk backwards with your sits bones, which means lifting one side of the pelvis and walk backwards and forward. Keeping the legs straight as you are doing it, we are releasing the tightness around the pelvic girdle. By walking on our sits bones this way, we lift and bring one side of the pelvis down. Releasing any hidden tightness you might have in your pelvic girdle area. Keeping the legs straight so that you don't start to lift from your quads. You're really doing it with the pelvic movement. Try to keep your spine as straight as possible while you're doing it. You can micro bend the legs a little bit, but not too much. Make sure you connect your pelvis with your hamstrings as you do that. Now bend your legs, curl forward, looking down between your knees here, letting your spine relax down. Flex your feet so that you are activating your hamstrings, though you are bending forward in a curl position. Then straighten your legs, have your arms back, fingers pointing back, arching your spine, looking up to the sky, opening up your chest. Then straighten the legs out, arching the spine, looking up, opening the chest. When we bend our legs to bend forward, we are able to curl and go forward deeper, opening up the lower back especially. When we straighten the legs to arch our chest to the sky, we are elongating the entire back line of the body. Straighten your legs, point your feet here, and just gently pulse forward, keeping your legs as straight as possible. Arching back, looking up the sky here. See if you can reach forward a little bit more now, reaching your hands to your toes, perhaps easing into the curl more. Bend one leg here. You can ease yourself into a small rotational position, looking diagonally back, spiraling the spine. Feeling how your lower back spiral all the way up to your upper back here in a gentle, subtly rotating position, hugging your knee in, but letting your straight leg be as straight as possible. While there is ease on one side, there is activation on another. Gradually, besides spiraling, see if you can bend down forward a little bit in the spiraling position. You don't have to go very low, but just try it. It's like you are reaching one side of your ear down towards the floor, spiraling while trying to reach downwards. This is a very nice release for the lower back. Reaching down, hold it. Reaching down, close your eyes if you like, and just hold it there. Feel your spine giving in to the movement, surrendering. Melting down in a spiraling position a little bit more. Turn both legs out, bring it into diamond position, have the heels pressing in, and slowly bend forward, scooping the belly in, looking straight down to the floor. Take easy breath here. Let your body melt down. Slowly release for the bend forward position here. Bring your arms back, bring your legs together, parallel, and gently just lift the pelvis up, using your inner thighs to do so. As you bend forward, turn out your legs again, heels pressing together, curling forward, scooping the belly in, rounding the back even more. Then bring your arms back, legs together, knees together, thighs parallel, arching your spine, then gently just lift the pelvis an inch or two off the ground. We don't want to try very hard to lift up high here. Just enough, and then bring your body back and forth. It may look like there is a lot of arm strength here, but essentially it is the core connection. Bring your pelvis down here. You can lengthen legs forward a bit. Important thing is feel the shoulders roll back, extending your arms and the shoulders back. And once you feel you're in a position, you can start to shift your body a little bit from side to side. We are flossing the shoulder joints here. Very small movement, but you will feel a lot of rupture between the tissues and the joints around the shoulders and upper arm area. So this is how it looks like when you shift from one side to another. Feel like one side is pulling, followed by the other. All the area around the shoulder blades and the upper back will have an asymmetrical pull, which is very nice for releasing tightness. See if you can bring your arms back more this time and continue to shift from side to side. Remember to scoop your belly in. We want the lower back almost touching the floor or touch the floor. Hollow out your belly, round your lower back. It's a great release. Arms further back if you like. Yes, rolling the shoulder back more. Releasing all these tight tissues around the upper arm and shoulders, which is your deltoid area. And if you feel pulling around the elbows, why not? Because that is your tight tissues around the elbows, which hardly gets straightened out or eased out. Most of the time we bend our elbows. So to be able to straighten out the elbows is also a release for the arms. Feel like you're hugging the legs in but not. Using your core to curl back. Keeping the distance between the thigh and the chest as you curl down. Try not to bring the legs close into you. We want to keep core connection here. So the upper body is going back and forth, folding from the lower abdominals and the hip joint area. The legs are just following along a little bit, but it's not initiating any movement. It is all core connection as well as segmenting the spine here. Part by part it goes down, part by part it peels off. The core keeping us all stable. And because of that, we are free to open up in our spine as well as our pelvis and hip joint areas. Here I'm doing a spinal wave. Follow along if you like, or you can just sit quietly here. And I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for moving with me. If you like my content, do like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that very much. As always, keep moving, keep getting better. Our body loves it when we move. We are born to move. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon.